welcome to our first LinkedIn Live. I'm joined here with Scott Wiley, Chief Executive Officer of CoreNet Global. And Scott, we are here to announce the winners of the Trascent CoreNet Global Foundation Scholarship for both the MCR and QPCR candidate. Welcome, Scott.
Thanks, Rakesh. It's great to be with you, and I'm looking forward to our discussion today.
Well, so am I, Scott, and the topic I want to discuss with you is talent. I mean, Scott, you've been CEO of CoreNet Global now for, I think, 6 months?
6 months today.
Tell me what you're hearing. Tell me, I've seen you at the massive and very successful ERS event in New York City recently. You were talking to a lot of people, amazing panel discussions at that event. I would recommend it to anyone to attend that event in the future. What are you hearing from the membership, and what are some of the themes you're hearing around talent and other areas within CoreNet?
Well, Rakesh, I'm hearing a lot. It's an incredibly exciting time in this industry. And I think it's really important to put in perspective when we say this industry, what we mean. Historically, we've talked about corporate real estate, and we've often thought about it as buildings, and we've often thought about it as assets. But increasingly, this industry, this platform of a profession is becoming much broader. In addition to those buildings and assets, we're now involving things like employee experience. We're now engaging areas that traditionally might have been in the realm of human resources and IT as we design for the future. Boards, CEOs, and C-suite teams are looking to the global head of real estate of companies and their senior leadership team to really help them build out their platform for the future of not only how are we bringing our employees back, but how are we bringing them together to drive us forward. As more and more companies are coming to the clear understanding that people should be our priority and talent is our number one asset, it's the corporate real estate profession increasingly that's being called to the table to help design for those experiences, to help create that platform so that companies can bring their people and places together to create greater purpose and impact. And that helps them solve for their biggest challenges and create their greatest opportunities. I'm seeing that, I'm hearing that. In that environment, what that creates, and where CoreNet Global is uniquely stepping in to help those leaders with that is, how are we preparing our talent for that environment? So the terms upskilling and reskilling, those are just scratching the surface. Increasingly, we hear a lot about technology, generative AI, chief amongst it, and how we can leverage that to create more opportunity. But we are operating in an era when the global skilled worker shortage is projected to be roughly 85 million people by 2030. So you take that tech opportunity and that talent shortage, and when they collide, it creates an immense opportunity that companies are looking at. And the leading businesses in our space, what we're seeing, Rakesh, is they have squarely shifted from a buy to a build strategy as it relates to talent. So leading businesses, they're investing in their people. They're developing their people. And even as we see macroeconomic trends, geopolitical issues shaping the business environment, what's not happening is companies are not pulling back from and investing in their people. They're actually leaning into it. They're redeploying resources. And where CoreNet Global is stepping in is to help corporate real estate leaders and their teams make sure their people are prepared for this environment. It's an incredibly exciting era, one full of transformation, and this profession is uniquely poised to lead in it. And we're so excited to be a part of that.
I couldn't agree more with all the things you've said. I thought you were going to lead off with technology, but I'm glad you led off with talent and people, because I think that is central to what real estate is.
People are our priority. Hard stop. Technology, generative AI, other forms, machine learning, robotic process automation, you name it, those are important underpinning elements to really help elevate people. I know there's this theme that underscores so much of the change we're seeing happening in the workforce today, that technology is going to take my job, generative AI is going to make me not necessary. I don't believe that to be true. What I think and I observe is going to happen, having spent the last 12 years of my career in the professional services space before coming to CoreNet Global, those individuals who ignore the opportunities that technologies provide, like generative AI and others. They are making a choice to become obsolete. Those individuals who test, who try, who pilot, who failed, who get back up and keep moving, those are the individuals. Those are the future leaders who are going to set the trajectory for our industry, because they're going to figure out how to leverage that technology to accelerate them. We are in an era where human skills, people skills, engaging with people are going to become priorities, but are also going to become paramount. In the corporate real estate portfolio, those are the table stakes of our future. The things that we've known, managing expense, those are always going to be there. But our portfolio becomes so much broader when we look at how do we bring talent and tech together. And CoreNet Global is really at the epicenter of how that's happening.
That is, I think, an exciting assertion, Scott, because we are here to talk about talent today.
Yeah.
Okay. And everything that you said, it comes back to people, to talent, to reskilling, redesigning, which I think bodes very well for the profession. This is the 4th year of the Trascent Scholarship for Talent in Real Estate. And I'm excited to be with you today to announce the winners of that scholarship.
I am so excited and so grateful for certainly Trascent support, but Rakesh, your personal leadership in this area. I may be new to CoreNet, but one of the things that's very clear to me is this partnership is about people, but it's also about placing a priority on the future. And when we talk about investing in people, it's easy to say, but it's another thing to follow through. And your leadership and Trascent's leadership is about following through and setting the example for others to follow. And we're grateful for that leadership and your support.
Thank you, Scott.
Well, before you announce this year's MCR scholarship recipients, let me tell a little bit about the MCR program. The Masters of Corporate Real Estate program is an incredible opportunity for professionals who are serious about a career in corporate real estate. It's really about the advanced skills and knowledge one needs to excel in this industry. And we're so excited to partner with Trascent on making the scholarship possible.
Thank you, Scott. I'm happy to announce the winners of the CoreNet Global and Trascent Scholarship for the MCR certification. Amanda Wallace, who's working with Amazon in the United States. Congratulations, Amanda. Deanna Kwong, who's working with HPE from the United States. Congratulations, Deanna. Honey Baxi, who's with Colliers in the UK. Congratulations, Honey. And Rafael Camargo, who's with Deloitte in Brazil. Congratulations to you all.
I want to get back and talk a little bit about talent, though. What are you seeing evolving? What trends are you seeing evolve? And how specifically do you anticipate that will affect talent development and CRE?
I think the themes that you highlighted that the membership had to say, obviously our clients are part of the CoreNet Global membership, and we are seeing them reflect some of those themes as well. So today we are working with a large number of clients on real transformation of the business. And companies have talked about transformation a lot, Scott, over the years, but there's an urgency today that we had not seen before. So I think experience is at the center of it, workplace experience. The other theme that we see is agility. CEOs are changing. There's changes in leadership, different views on what markets, geopolitical pressures. Companies are entering and exiting markets. That's a theme. And of course, there's a major focus on AI. It's about readiness for AI as well. So around data, which historically the industry has not done too well with, around data definitions and understanding data, leveraging data as strategic insights. I think those are some important focus areas, but we're also seeing a concerted effort by real estate leaders to bring in new talent into the organization to help remedy the issues that they're facing today, which are very different than the issues they used to face 10 years ago. So there is that focus and expectation that higher level of engagement with the business unit stakeholders, greater alignment of real estate around solutions to support the business strategy, and then, of course, the skill sets they need in order to succeed.
Excellent. I think there's a lot of, you talked about agility, and we also see that, and we talk a lot about resilience, and how are we creating infrastructure, but also how are we creating environments that support both that agility and that resilience.
Absolutely. And I think the agility and resilience, I think, do go hand in hand, because today a real estate leader is expected to project a footprint in the Middle East to open up giga data centers. They have to shift the supply chain to Vietnam for whatever geopolitical reason they have. I mean, there's a lot going on, Scott, and that's why we see an urgency within the business community to upskill and make sure that real estate is fit for purpose for the future.
Well, Rakesh, it's now my privilege to share the winners of this year's QPCR scholarship made possible by Trascent, working with CoreNet Global as well. And the QPCR is the Qualified Professional in Corporate Real Estate, and it really focuses on helping early career professionals, as you know, really create that foundational knowledge that's the building block of their career. Our first recipient is Xavier Killikelly from the U.S., Simon E. from Singapore, Carlo Calderon from the Philippines, Catherine Tuberda, also from the Philippines, Nicole Stone, and Alexis Hobbs, both from the USA. Congratulations to all of our recipients, and thank you for stepping into your career early for a basis of knowledge to build the future.
Scott, I just want to say one of the most exciting things about this year's winners is just how global they are. Yes. I mean, we have people from the Philippines, we have people from Latin America and Brazil, Europe, Americas. It's truly a global group of people.
Well, and I think about how global our community really is. And, as we were just talking about some of those trends, and you talk about the business decisions companies are making about where they're moving centers and where they're having to move manufacturing, it really gets at the need not only for a global profession and scope, but global citizens who are part of our community to really bring that local market expertise, that regional knowledge to really inform our global trajectory. And certainly CoreNet Global, when we think about our community, we recognize not only is it global in scale, but it's global in impact. And I think what these two scholarships really opportunities create for both NCR and QPCR is to really build that base of knowledge for the future. Our profession is only going to become more global as we see these opportunities unfold. So the work that you and Trascent are doing, Rakesh, is incredible to help support that. And we could not be more grateful. Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the winners. And I would encourage all of the viewers and CoreNet members across the world to get engaged and to understand this scholarship and to apply for the scholarship if it meets your aspirations for a career in real estate.
Rakesh, thank you so much. We look forward to sharing more details early next year.